So I went on vacation for Thanksgiving, and apparently everything is wrong now. I didn't have time to put together a proper response video while I was traveling, so I figured I would just ramble about a whole bunch of stuff and put it together to hold you guys over in the meantime. New response video should be up on Friday, and I'll be back to the normal Tuesday, Friday upload schedule. If you want to hear about the title of this video, just skip to this time, but I'm just going to ramble about a bunch of stuff in the meantime, starting with the gameplay of this video, which is Vanguard. I didn't buy the game, before you ask. I just put a few hours into the free weekend before I went out of town, and it's alright. It's a lot better than the beta, which was surprising, but still not great. I put a pinned comment on my COD tier list video because at that point I'd only played the beta and I put it in C tier, but honestly I think the full game belongs in B tier overall. It's a big step up from the beta and a huge step up from Modern Warfare and Cold War, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I like the gameplay a lot, and the gore effects and the hit feedback are some of the best in the franchise, so that makes the gunplay super satisfying. Map design is okay, weapon balance needs serious work, kill streaks are a little underpowered in my opinion, and a lot of the fundamental problems with modern COD are still here, stuff like the shit minimap, dead silence as a field upgrade, the lack of incentive for objective play, the bugginess, etc. It's a huge step in the right direction, but I'm not going to buy it. I'll play it again at the next free weekend, but it's not worth $60, at least not for the multiplayer, and from what I hear, it's definitely not that for the other content. Apparently zombies is terrible. I'll take your word for it. Not really a zombies guy. Battlefield and Halo have been big talking points, I guess, but I haven't played either one yet for different reasons. Oop, I kicked the door. I'm in a broom closet right now. Battlefield I just don't want to play because I've literally only heard bad things about it, and I'm not about to drop $60 on a game I've only heard bad things about. And then Halo I just haven't had the time to get invested in, with a new game like that. It's one thing to put a couple hours into a new Call of Duty as someone who plays Call of Duty actively, but it's another thing to invest time into a new 343 Halo game when I haven't played 343 Halo since like 2017. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I've just been really busy with work and school, and I'm packing my shit up to move again next month, so you could say life's been a little hectic. I'm actually recording this video from my built-in laptop mic because I'm still traveling, hence the lack of a new response video. But I'm eager to play Halo. I hear it's good. I'll give it a try once I've moved into my new place and the full game is out. But you might be wondering where I am right now, if not home. I'm actually visiting family in California, and holy shit, this state is a fucking dumpster fire. I know my name is Joe from Seattle, but I spent a lot of my time in California growing up in, middle school and high school, and then I moved back to Washington in my young adult years on my own, and now I'm out in Colorado, and I have to say, whenever I visit the West Coast, I'm immediately reminded why I left the West Coast, especially California. This state is fucking garbage. Everything is expensive, the roads are way too crowded, the roads are also just shit in general. Even in nice neighborhoods, the roads are fucking terrible and I feel like I'm gonna pop a tire every 5 seconds. My fiance's car usually gets 30 to 35 miles per gallon, but we get 20 to 23 here because it's so stop and start no matter where you are, and the roads are just that bad. Really glad to see those taxpayer dollars being put to good use, he said sarcastically. Plus, people's attitudes here are just such shit. Everybody is so blatantly fake when you talk to them, and just the shit we've gotten for walking our pit bull down the street is insane. We brought our dog with us, and he's this beautiful, very well-behaved blue-nosed pit, and we get the dirtiest looks from people with little 5-pound dogs, most of which are losing their minds at our dog while their owners are giving us dirty looks. Fucking excuse me for having an actual dog. Oh, and gas is over $5 a gallon here, so that's fun. If you were considering moving to the West Coast, just don't do it. And if you are currently living on the West Coast, get the fuck out. Seriously, I cannot express how much better my life has gotten away from the West Coast. I know it's pretty, I know there's some really great stuff, but holy fuck, you really don't recognize how terrible it is to be here until you leave for a while and come back. I moved away from the West Coast in mid-2020 and I am absolutely never coming back. So how about the meat of this video? So YouTube got rid of dislikes, and holy shit, that was a stupid idea. I mean, I guess it's not stupid because YouTube obviously knows exactly what they're doing with this move, but it's a completely and utterly negative decision that does nothing but hurt creators in every sense of the word. And the fact they're trying to pass it off as something they're doing for the mental health of creators or whatever, it's so stupid. Hot take, if you can't handle mean things on the internet, you shouldn't be making content on the internet. Same way that if you can't handle valid criticism, you probably shouldn't be making anything anywhere because you're not an adult. The removal of public dislikes just pissed me off for a few reasons. First of all, I can still see my dislikes in my video manager. Look, you weren't doing this for creators' sake. You didn't get rid of dislikes, you just added an extra step for me if I wanted to go see how many dislikes a video got, which I do. Despite what you may think, YouTube, I actually want to know if people are disliking my videos. And the fact that I can't do that at a quick glance anymore is just obnoxious. I want to know if people are disliking my video. Because if they are, I then think to myself, oh, did I say something wrong? Do I need to make a correction? Or like, oh, is there a certain community spamming my video? Because then I can use that as ammo for another video. Like, you didn't hide dislikes, you just made my life harder because now I have to take an extra 5 seconds to see how many dislikes something got, but that's also not the bigger issue. The bigger issue is the fact that this change benefits corporate channels and clickbaiters and absolutely nobody else. First of all, this change made it so a corporation can announce a garbage game or a garbage product or a horrible policy change and then just release a shitty PR statement and you won't know if it's bad at first glance. You have to make the assumption based on nothing. Dislike bombing was one of the main ways that people were able to voice their concerns with something in an easy and effective way, and now you just can't do that. So you can't easily warn people about something or generate some kind of conversation about something shitty a corporation may have done in a YouTube video. Second of all, YouTube really needs to get their story straight because they always talk a big game about how spam and clickbait is frowned upon on the platform, but by removing dislikes, you've just enabled these things to flourish even more. You realize now that people can post stuff like, oh, completely real footage of Fortnite boobs, or like, I don't know, like completely real footage of Donald Trump playing Fortnite, and you can't tell at first glance if it's bullshit. And like the other stuff, like, oh, send this credit card to this number or this website and get free V-Bucks. And you can't see the dislikes. So how are you supposed to know it's a scam? How are you supposed to know it's clickbait? How are you supposed to know it's fake? Like, for a platform that talks a big game about stopping fake news and misinformation, you literally are enabling that with this choice, and you don't fucking notice that. Everything YouTube has said about this decision has been a blatant lie, and it's fucking insulting. Also, I have the really sweet plugin for Chrome that shows the like to dislike ratio on a video right underneath the title, so then I can just see at a glance whether or not people like it. And that makes it really easy for me to skim across YouTube and find shitty videos to respond to, but now it only works like half the time, so that just makes my job annoying. Granted, it still works, which I think is funny. Like, the dislikes are still hidden on the video, but the plugin will still show me the like to dislike ratio somehow. So that just kind of sums up how rushed this update was from YouTube. They didn't even hide the dislikes properly. I can still fucking see it. Nice move, dicks. So that's my update video, I guess. Thanks for sticking with it if you did. I'm gonna be moving in a couple weeks, like I said, so bear with me in December. Like, if videos are shorter than usual or I miss an upload or something, I'm sorry, but just, bear with me. Once we're settled in our new place, I'm gonna really start cranking out content. So come January, things are really gonna amp up on the channel, but just bear with me during December and during the transition, because this has been a stressful ass time and I haven't even moved yet. And we're not even at Christmas yet. But yeah, thank you for sticking with the channel. I truly appreciate it. The growth in viewership has been amazing. I really never thought I'd make it this far on YouTube, and to get such consistent viewership has been amazing. But yeah, happy December, and I'll have a new response video for Friday. Toodles.